What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Vlogmas. Is this thing on? Alright, perfect. Alrighty. Hey guys, how are you? I just got done from work and I wasn't gonna record today, but things haven't gone as planned as far as how I wanted to record this version of the topic I want to talk about. So, what better way to do it than to do it uncomfortably in a way that you didn't expect, because I feel like this is more raw and real. Without any further ado, to get to the topic of the conversation today is the 3 things the fatherhood has taught me. Lesson number 1 is being present. You know, this topic hits me a little deep in the feels because what was important to me as a kid, it was like those little not funny, but I remember this like it was yesterday, but wanting to like throw the football or throw the baseball around with my dad, but my dad was so busy with, working that I rarely ever got to see him. And that's not a fault of his own, and I'm not dogging him for it too, because as an adult, I understand why he worked so much. He worked a lot so that way so that my sister and I could have the things that we did have, be able to not go hungry, be able to have, food on the table, have money to buy food at school, a roof over our heads, new clothes every school year, new shoes when we needed it. And all those things were achievable because he worked so hard. But on top of that, he wasn't there for little things that us as kids want our parents there for, like football games, basketball games, track meets, a play or a band recital, things like that. Things that you remember, those things that we take, or the things that we see as important to us that we want to share or to show our parents, like how good we're doing, and like not them being there, we know at the moment it's okay, or we justify it that it being okay because they're working, they're busy, they're doing their thing, but sometimes that sting kind of lingers and stays a little bit. I say that because with now being a dad, I want to make sure that I'm there for my daughter, no matter what. Like, work can wait. The money will be there. I'll be able to afford the things that we need to afford. And if I can't afford something, I know I have a plan to be able to afford whatever it is. So I don't want money to be an excuse as to why dad couldn't, or why papa couldn't make it to X thing or be there for X thing. Not only do I want to be there when shit hits the fan, but I just want to be there for those little moments too. And I know that if I don't take that time, or if I don't take, how do I explain this? If I don't take action on it now, or I don't make that a habit now, then I know for me, I'm going to push it aside when she gets older, and I don't want that. I want her to know that dad's going to be there no matter what, every single time. The second thing that fatherhood has taught me is patience. And oh man, there's been a lot of times where I just wanted to lose my shit, and that's just on self-control and being able to read the certain situation and understand that my daughter doesn't know how to regulate her emotions, and that when she's going through these screaming, like where she's going crazy and screaming because she wants something and she doesn't quite understand that she can't have or do something at that point in time. It's, for those who have kids out there, kids just scream. They just scream because they want your attention. They want something that they can't have. And it's that high pitch. They get you right in the back of the eardrum, just rattles your brain. And the 1 or 2 you can take, and then the rest, it's like, oh, please stop yelling. And I'm not gonna lie, a couple times it's got me to a point where it got me to a point where I don't want to go and yell back, because at the end of the day, she doesn't understand what she's doing or what it's doing to me or my mental. And there's no reasoning with a toddler, an infant, and that's where I feel like a lot of patience comes in. Being able to take a step back in those moments, take a deep breath, and just remind myself that she doesn't mean it in this way. and me reacting to it in the way that I think I quote unquote should be reacting to it in this way, it's not gonna work, you know. Yeah, it's there. I've had to really like check myself, because anyone who knows me, and I know you guys are just getting to know me, but anyone who knows me knows that I'm a really patient guy, and it takes a lot for me to react to something, because you know, people are people could do what they want to do, and it doesn't affect me. And if something does annoy me or something does get under my skin, I'm gonna let you know about it. But all in all, I feel like I'm a very, you know, patient, easygoing kind of guy. Man, having toddlers or infants or just a screaming baby in general that you can't really reason with really just drives my patience to, like, it really drives it really thin. If you're not able to regulate yourself, be able to effectively communicate or effectively, you know, read a situation and take a step back and kind of reevaluate what's going on and find out a different approach to things, you know, I mean, are you really being an adult? You know what I'm saying? Like, so the second thing that fatherhood has taught me is just being patient and testing my patience and really working on what I thought I already working on a skill that I thought I already had. Yeah. Lesson number 3 kind of ties back into number 1, but lesson number 3 is effort. I feel like effort is one of those things that can be easily overlooked. You feel, or that you may think that you're doing everything in your power, but from an outside perspective looking in, or if your significant other, may seem like you're not putting in that effort, and it shows. And one of the things that I really wanted to be able to, you know, communicate to my wife and non-verbally was to make sure that I'm putting in the effort to become the father that I want to be to become the husband that I want to be to her, be the father I want to be to my daughter. And it all just starts with putting in that little effort, you know, something as little as taking over for my wife when she's had a long day, giving my daughter a bath at night and doing the nighttime routine for my wife, so that way she can, you know, chill and, you know, collect her thoughts and relax and decompress for the day. Like something as little as that, or even getting up in the middle of the night so that way my wife can, you know, rest, being able to, you know, cook, you know, take care of the baby all day while my wife is working from home. You know, it's just those little things. It's those little things that show that you want to be present in this life that you built, or this family you've built with your wife, and now, you know, you have a kid together. It's all those little efforts that you put in that compound over time. And I feel like grows a really strong bond between you, your significant other, your daughter, your son, whoever, whatever, or not whatever, but your kid. It's so easy. It's so easy to just, you know, give that effort to the people that you love, to let them know that you really want to be there, that you really love them, and that you don't want them to feel like they're alone. You want to make sure that they feel your presence, that they feel love, because you want to put in that effort to show them in ways that isn't just by talking. Yeah. A really quick one for today. It's just been something that's been on my mind lately, and something that I just wanted to speak on, because with being a new father and ending, you know, and coming to an end of 2025 and into a new year, not working towards, but going into the new year, 2026, that, you know, just a fresh start, so to speak, or not even a fresh start, but a continuation of what I'm already doing, and wanting to do more, being more present, still learning about my patience ceiling, and, you know, showing that effort towards my wife and my daughter, that, no, I want to be here, and I want you guys to know that I love you. And, you know, my daughter's only getting older. She's only going to understand more. Hopefully she'll be able to effectively communicate in some form by the time she turns 2. And, you know, I'm going to be there for that. It's a never-ending cycle, and I'm here for it. And it's so fresh to me. It's so new to me. And I feel like part of this is just me rambling. But I feel like whoever does watch this, hopefully you can, you know, resonate with as something that I've said. But yeah, that'll do it for day 10. No, it's day 11. That'll do it for day 11 of Vlogmas. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate you letting me talk through my little brain dump and my just you know, just getting my thoughts out there. So I appreciate that. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 12. Bye.